Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for what is mistakenly labeled as the quarterfinals, but which is in actuality the semifinals of tonight's standard tournament, the dying format that is the current standard environment, as we see the most important rock, paper, scissors to determine who goes first. I'm losing steam. Paper Tiger wins. Paper Tiger wins. Paper Tiger having a very strong performance tonight, winning 4 out of the 6 rock, paper, scissors. I do keep track of them because I am a dork. So, let's talk matchups here. We have Max Turner on the left playing Elves. We have seen him play twice tonight. Basically, all of the one-drop Elves, Archdruids, and then fun combo pieces like Craterhoof Behemoth and Elder Scale Worm. Brett, on the other hand, yes. Brett, on the other hand, is playing his patented Infect deck, which we've also seen tonight, and it's the raw power that will allow it to win on turn 2, 3, or 4, based on his seemingly endless supply of pump spells and the beauty that is the Infect mechanic. My name is Zachary Evans. I'm joined tonight by former, I believe, inaugural FNM stream champion.
Was me.
And current quarterfinal loser, Scotty
That is
Wright,
also me.
making his commentary debut.
Brett playing his green red.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think it was, I don't remember what time, I think round 2, we did the history of Brett Rose in Infect. But he's
the blue-black was his go-to forever.
He won more with that one than he did with this one. Because that was just, I think, just a better deck, because it wasn't, this is all combo, basically.
Mm-hmm.
His other deck was basically just a blue-black control deck, so. For whoever is still watching, we still have one live viewer. It is kind of late. We've lost a little bit of steam, but you see Max start off exactly like he wants to. Turn 1 Accelerant, turn 2 Archdruid. Okay, so that's really good. For those of you who don't know what that was, that's Miracle Revenge of the Hunted, which means he now has a, what is that, 6/6? 7/7.
7/7.
Ichthyosaur with Trample that has to be blocked.
Has to be blocked. Gets another additional 2/2.
Yep. So.
Now it's right.
So that's 9. So it's 11, right? So it's going to be 9 damage, right?
9.
8 pumps. 9 because it's basic. 11 because it gets blocked.
Yep.
So he's going to take 9 trampling infect damage, and he has an Inkmoth Nexus, which Max cannot interact with. So Brett wins.
There's the scoop.
Well, sometimes, they almost chopped this top 4, which is the first time that they've even considered a chop since we've started to do the live stream. I was actually kind of interested in it because I'm a little bit tired today. This has not nearly been the performance I'm usually. Jordan, you were just a few seconds late. You've already missed game 1.
I heard it's Infect.
It was a dramatic and emphatic win, as Brett Rose. We've talked about this multiple times before. Miracle probably should not be a magic mechanic. It is it's a way too variance based.
Did he Miracle Revenge?
Yes, and then won. He did not win with Revenge. He only got in 9, but he did kill the Archdruid and had an Inkmoth Nexus, and he had no way of interacting with the Inkmoth Nexus because Max is not. He has that spider in his sideboard, the one that you can pay mana. And it basically does a hurricane effect.
Yeah.
While they're sideboarding briefly, I will try one more time. Jordan Peccio won tonight's Rock, Paper, Scissors giveaway. You're the 3rd such person to do so. And if you would like to win your own playset of Rock, Paper, Scissors, it's a fun icebreaker. It's a good conversation piece. There's a certain degree of baller time when you sit down at your local FNM and whip out these 3 cards instead of rolling dice.
But I plan on using them and losing them just like I lose dice.
It's 1932. Why would I roll dice when I have access to this? So just follow me on Twitter at ZachSalesMagic. As long as you're following me and you retweet literally anything I tweet over the course of a week referring to the stream, you are entered. Tonight we had 8 runners, and only 2 of them were not people that are currently in this building right now.
Eventually,
So.
I think it might have to get down to where you can't, like, be...
Yeah, at some point I'm going to have to stop doing that, or I'm going to have to start giving away better stuff so that people who don't even care about the stream will want to retweet and win. Because if you give away rock, paper, scissors cards, people don't really care. But if you tweet, hey, I'm giving away a Badlands, retweet, it's your chance to win, you generate a lot of heat. You generate a little bit of heat. As my friend Ian Nolte says, who's the guy we did the cube draft with last week, basically Twitter is just a revolving series of giveaways. Everyone is just giving something away, and everyone else is just trying to win it. And it's not entirely inaccurate. There's a lot of that. That's how you generate interest.
What did you do tonight, Scotty?
Well, he's in here.
What?
I'm in here. Lost these two Sam.
It'd be interesting.
Blue-black.
Scotty,
Second night in a row.
Scotty, who's in here now in commentary, he did play in the was it the first round or the third round that we had you on the camera.
It was second
round when you were playing in a control mirror against Sam Swisher's blue-black control deck. We tried our best, Michael Taylor and I, to talk about that match in a constructive format. It was interesting. It's an interesting strategic match. It is also the most boring match
It is very
possible
boring.
because you're all just trying to create this game state where you can cast a Tameo but have two counter spells, and that's very, very boring to watch. So I started to lose it at various points during that.
He had the more counters.
Yeah.
I was only running 3 mana leaks and in the board in the game.
He also lost game one because
He tapped out first. And
first that was irrelevant.
Mm-hmm.
There's also a point where he mana leaked a Titan that he could have killed with... There's a turn in the first game that he lost where he could have Doombladed your Frost Titan, but chose not to. It's just interesting. You should go back and watch it. Or don't go back and watch it because it's really boring. As we see Max start off with... I'm afraid Brett doesn't have any green mana and he's going to lose the game because of it.
What are you doing, Gilded Grixis?
Brett.
Grixis.
He has Gilded Lotus in it, yeah.
Gilded Lotus. Just
He got mana leaked. So this is a much different game.
I successfully landed it.
So Brett had to keep a one-lander when he mulliganed. He did not draw a second land and had to go to his discard phase, and Max just stone-rained him like a total jerk. So we're going to have 2 very non-interactive games. Soul Harvest, which for those of you who don't know what that card does, it's a 6/6, and every time a creature comes into play on Max's side, he gets to draw a card. Yep.
And there's the scoop.
Magic. So fun.
Sometimes you see control mirrors that last 50 minutes. Sometimes you watch 2 aggro decks beat the living shit out of each other.
Well, lands are an important factor. As Michael Taylor and I discussed, no, me and Brett Rose discussed. Me and Brett Rose is improper grammar, but I don't care. There's a period of time where everyone, when they start playing Magic, never puts enough mana in their deck because mana's not cool. You know what's cool? Dragons. Things that cost 6 or 7.
Big, scary creatures.
And so you only put 20, as I said, you only put 20 lands in your 60-card deck. And then Brett pointed out to me that when you first start playing Magic, all your decks are 80 or more cards with 20 lands. And then you're always talking about, I never get the lands. Yeah, because there's only like 3 in the deck.
So I remember my first FNM, I had no lands in my deck because I had taken them all out somehow, and that was a very fun match.
Is that like hyperbole or exaggeration? Or
no, that actually happened because I forgot that I was taking the deck apart and I had taken all the lands out, so I played the guy, and he went land. He played Grim Lavamancer and Lavamancered me to death.
My first FNM was quite embarrassing.
You thought they were
I
playing?
attempted to net deck, as they call it. With cards that I had, and net decked a sealed deck, because I didn't know what sealed was. So
how'd that go for you?
Oh, it was quite awful.
Actually, now that I think about that, that is really funny.
It was quite awful. I watched a little video.
You tried to game the system, and the system gamed you.
It was awful.
As the kids would say, you played yourself.
Yep.
You live, you learn. You spin, you burn. I brought these, as we see the match started. We'll talk about them. I have been taking pictures all night to put up on the new live stream webpage. So everyone check that out for sure.
You can check for 1, but is it really 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't really go. It's really not as combo-tastic as I would want it to be. Max has had turn 2 Archdruid every game, hasn't he?
Now the combo Infect decks I think are fairly weak to not getting that combo going fast enough and then just dying out.
So Infiltration Lens is a very interesting thing because now if he blocks the Glistener Elf, Brett draws 1,000 cards. So it triggers when it becomes blocked. So now he can, with green open, he can literally play any. Ooh, he whiffed on a pump spell. So Max is on 2 poison, correct?
Yes.
I like the lens.
Hmm?
I like the lens on the deck.
I don't know. It's fine. Max's deck is interesting because he does generate, it's kind of just like a side effect, but he does generate enough chump blockers that it can be relevant.
In our matchup, I was able to burn through 2 Archdruids and about 3 other mana dudes, and then just sweep the board, and he stabilized with a Cage Sun, and followed up by a Genesis Wave for 12.
Well, what happened? Did he Acidic Slime to kill the mirror?
He Green Sunned for an Acidic Slime.
So this is a very interesting interaction where I don't think Max is... I have to do the race here, but I don't know if Max can race this because he doesn't really have any way of interacting with the Inkmoth Nexus except for an Acidic Slime, and he just burned through 1 Slime and 1 Green Sun Zenith. That's a land he drew right off the top. I hate that. That's like my number 1 pet peeve, like the tell. Yeah, it's just such a tell, right? So he's generating 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Cage says, so he's going to try and race him. So each of those they're 3/3s, right?
The Elves will be 3/3s.
Yeah, that's 11 total. So Brett will drop to 7. And now we have
There should be 12.
Hmm?
The Cage Sun buffs all green creatures, so it's 4 3/3s, right? Or did he tap 1?
He tapped 1
For mana. Okay.
Well, he only has 1 Archdruid.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so there's another Inkmoth. He has to kill him this turn. So he'll get in 1 naturally. He needs 2 pump spells.
He has Rancor.
Yep, he needs 1 other pump spell effect. Otherwise, he is dead on board, I believe. The fact that he's thinking about it suggests to me that he does not have the win. And I don't think there's anything he can do to not die. Because any 3 creatures will kill him, right?
Looks like he's...
Yeah, so I think at this point, Brett is trying to figure out, not can I win, but is there any way I don't die? He can get in for 3, he can leave up 1 blocker, but that won't be enough. It's very interesting. These games are over so quick. Oh,
Did you mention that state tickets
that's it.
are up tonight?
And unfortunately, this does I know I haven't mentioned that, I will talk about that in a second, but it's very sad to see in its last heyday, Brett Rose gets so close, but yet couldn't get there.
Now wait a minute. In the quarterfinals, or whatever finals, whatever the prefix is.
Semi.
Yeah, so I like to say he did pretty damn well.
Oh, he did excellent, but I would have liked to have seen, just for my personal satisfaction, Brett Rose taking it down in the swan song of Infect. He did have Revenge of the Hunted in his hand, but Revenge in the hand is not nearly as good as
on the top.
Yeah, I think that Wide Defiance was coming up in his draw step, but was not in his hand at the time. So for those of you who are watching in the Twitch stream, please follow us on Twitch. You will receive an email notification anytime our stream goes live. So if on a Wednesday we decide to do some kind of impromptu draft or a cube or a legacy event, you'll be contacted on your smartphone literally anywhere, which is very important.
Why did I sign up for this now?
Who's ready for cut to studio cam? You can't bounce out like that. Yeah, we have to stagger it.
Stagger it.
Yeah, because what you guys can't see, I think I talked about before, is that actually what the camera's perched on is this piece of shelving. Like literally this entire side of the room and all of this stuff over here is shelving that's supposed to be installed in the store at some point. But it hasn't been installed between last week and this week.
Well, that mess keeps people from coming in the other door.
Yeah, it does, but we can't shut that door, so we still hear them. Brandon Hard not joining us. We were talking earlier. We'll just talk briefly because I'm pretty sure, I think they're going to chop out there for the finals.
Yeah.
So in case they do chop for the finals, this will serve also as our sign-off. But we were talking about what guilds are we playing tomorrow at the pre-release. Jordan has already commented. Jordan is Azorius. Brandon?
I'm playing Selesnya.
That's not a surprise. Is that based on the quality of the cards you expect, or just personal preference?
Quality of cards.
Okay. They're good.
I think it's the best guild.
They have some good cards. That 3/3 for 3 is very good.
Yeah. And the 4/4. I mean, hopefully you can pull the 4/4 that's uncounterable.
I don't build my. I don't go into seals assuming I'm going to get all of the chase rares. But Scotty, what are you leaning towards?
I am stuck between Golgari and Rakdos, I believe, is where I am.
There's a lot of people in here. Are you guys chopping the finals, or are you playing it out?
They're only on game 2 over there.
Oh.
Oh boy.
We're going to take
I'm going to get my foil and my ticket to States, so I don't care.
We are going to, yeah. I'm going Rakdos.
I would go Azorius, but
That's my number 2.
that is my brother's choice. And I don't want to over-invest into one guild too much.
You do have, am I correct to say that the Wright brothers have a shared card pool?
We do. We share our pool,
So
so.
it seems kind of silly to double up on.
Yeah, and he still is
He loves him some
insistent on
blue-white cards.
keeping
Does your
all
brother,
my good blue
does
white
your
cards.
brother know that there are no Sun Titans or Phantasmal Images or Blade Splicers in the pool?
Is
Is your brother
what I tried to explain to him.
Can you confirm or deny that your brother is quitting Magic now that Blade Splicer is rotating out of Standard?
He, when he had to de-sleeve the ones we borrowed from Joe tonight, he was a little sad. I could see it in his face. Maybe
That's
even
what
a tear.
That's what happens in rotation. Jordan, you're taking off.
I'm just gonna go play a game.
Okay, go play
You just
Magic.
played Commander. Where were you?
I'm playing standard, rotation standard.
Ooh.
Hey, Jordan
I had a
Jordan is
deck
proxied up.
but
He's got Cyclonic
with me.
Rifts and Detention Spheres ready to go.
Esper control, bitches.
Peace.
Jordan Pecchio setting a record for most frequent uses of swear words on, not just this week, every week. So, but anyway, yeah, they're talking about states. I guess tonight, since Lost Legion is running it, they are giving away 2 tickets, 2 states, which I think is pretty interesting. So, Max and the winner of the other semifinal, which is Cliff Markham's Heartless Summoning versus Sam Swisher's Blue-Black Control. One of those
Would be
gentlemen will win
interesting.
They already
These
played one.
$30 $30 equivalent.
Who was
ticket
up? Who won
to
game 1?
West Virginia State.
They played, they already played, 2.
West Virginia State, you might be asking, where can I get some information and details about that? Good question. Boom. State Championship this year will be in Beckley, at the Beckley Convention Center. Room C. I don't know the times for sure, but I imagine it's a 9 o'clock registration, 10 o'clock players meeting. If you want more information, go to sleeveup.com, not just for West Virginia states, but for any state or provincial championship. Why sleeveup.com? I have no idea, but that's the website. So just go, find out who is organizing the event in your area. There will be more information. Should be fun. You can slog through the blue-white control decks, Golgari zombie decks, and green-white mid-range decks. And there will be some sap like me there trying to make red cards work. But they just won't work, so...
I'm looking forward to my first states.
Last year,
So,
2 years ago, I started playing Magic again, and I started playing like literally the week of states, so it just wasn't feasible. I was like 6 years removed from Magic, and then it's like, you want to go to state tournament? No. How about just like, I'll just take $30 out of my pocket, just light it on fire. It's the same result. Last year I wanted to go, and then got sick as a dog the night before, so I missed out. And then I was very upset because the guy who got second, he was playing at like the exact 75 red cards. It was a kid from Morgantown.
oh yeah,
I had my deck
had
sleeved
a
up in
chance
my
to bet
bag.
next
It was
time.
ready to go. And then when I saw it show up on the TCG player deck list, it was like literally the 75 cards I would have played. I'm not saying I wouldn't have run that well or gotten the right matchups or whatever, but it was very frustrating. But here's a trivia question. What archetype won last year's state tournament?
Blue-black.
Nope.
believe it was tokens.
It was
That's kind of
David Newman. He's not even from West Virginia. He's from Ohio. So if you too want to come from Ohio and poach our state championship, not sure that
There were a couple in Huntington last week talking about coming down from Ohio.
I don't think they'll have the biggest show out as they could have, because I don't feel like a lot of people want to drive from Beckley.
Yeah, they had 86 people last week in Charleston, or last year in Charleston. They're going to have much less this year, simply because Beckley's further away. But unfortunately, that's just the circumstances of late notice and poor planning. But not on our guys' part. They're trying to put together an entire tournament, with 7 weeks' notice. So it is what it is. So if you can make it, definitely come and check it out. If you can't make ours, go to your own. It's a fun tournament. You can literally play whatever you want because nobody knows what decks are good. There's only a week. So, but anyway, there's a very good chance that these gentlemen are going to chop this final. So this might be our last round for the week. If not, if it is, thanks for watching. Make sure to follow us on Twitch and check out our archives on Twitter. We also have a Facebook page. So look for that. Look for the phrase Zach Sells Magic in every form of social media, and you can contact us.
What, Instagram?
I don't use Instagram. I don't need my pictures to look old. I look old enough as it is. So anyway, if they chop, we won't see you. So thanks for watching. If not, we'll be back for the finals shortly.